Check out this comment. Don't know if you could see it very well, but it says, his buddy now owns Dominion. He's renamed it Liberty Boating Systems. I'm assuming a typo. Democracy will... See, I can't even read it. Democrats will never win another election. Okay, so here's what I want to say. If this gets bad enough, there is going to have to be a time when the blue states just actually do secede from the Union. Because if elections are going to be rigged, then why would blue states continue to stay in this? And it will be obvious when elections are rigged. Maybe not always. For example, in the last election, it was really close. I know a lot of people think that election was rigged, that Elon rigged the voting machines, and there's weird statistical anomalies that suggest this. Not disputing any of that. That might be true. The problem is, number one, from a legal perspective, the Harris campaign didn't challenge it, so it's really not a whole hell of a lot you can do about it at this point, instead of other than investigate, which Congress isn't going to do, and I don't see any Democrats in positions of power around the country, attorneys general or anyone investigating it, so not much you can do. But the problem is that election was super close. Look at all the polls. They were statistically tied. So making the case that the election was stolen is difficult. It wasn't obviously stolen, is my point. It was a tie race. But what about in 2026? If they steal that election, if they rig that election, and if we're heading into November next year, and the race isn't close, all the polls show a Democratic blowout, and then Republicans win, and there's all these weird things that happen statistically with the votes and these voting machines, and it's going to be obvious, is my point. At some point, it will be obvious that the elections are being rigged. And if election after election is rigged, I mean, if Democrats just never win again, I mean, it'd be obvious, right? I mean, they have elections in Russia, but it's obvious that they're rigged. It will become obvious. And at some point, if that's really what they're going to do, they're going to rig elections, we don't really have democracy anymore, then what are we staying in this fucking union for? You know, the Constitution, part of the Constitution says that the federal government shall guarantee to every state a Republican form of government. Well, they wouldn't be doing that if we don't even really have elections. Okay, the representation that we are entitled to by the Constitution, we have rigged elections. We have to secede. We'll get to that point where you have no other choice. You can't. We were just going to accept it forever. Oh, well, I guess we can never win elections anymore. I guess we just live in a fascist dictatorship where they rig all the elections. Oh, well, what's on Netflix? Is that really going to be our reaction? No, at some point you have to fucking secede from the Union because we no longer have a democratic republic. Okay, they have changed they have destroyed the democratic republic that all the states agreed to be a part of. It's no longer that. So the states don't need to agree to stay in this anymore. And that's what's going to have to happen.